Thanks for joining us, America. It's a free call at 888-825-5225. Peter is with us in Charleston, South Carolina. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
So I am recently married. About 5 months ago, I got married.
Congrats.
And we came into the marriage. Thank you. We came into the marriage with a $5,000 credit card, a $10,000 credit card, both on me, and then $70,000 in student debt.
Mm-hmm.
Now we used our wedding money and tax refund to pay off the $5,000 credit card.
Good.
And then we had about $10,000 saved up, and we were just about to put that down for a down payment on a house. And then at the last moment, it killed us, but we instead paid off the other credit card, which was the right decision, but, obviously it hurt. And so recently now we've really started to try to attack the student debt.
Good.
And we've been using the Every Dollar Budget app to do that.
Good.
Now, we currently live in a one-bedroom apartment. And again, we were about to buy a house, but we didn't, so we re-upped one more year on our apartment.
Good.
And it's horrible living in this apartment, but, I do want to get out, but, we're willing to go another year.
Mm-hmm.
And so my question is, at what point should we be looking to maybe start saving for a down payment on a house? Is it once we finally paid off all of the student loan, or should it be a little bit earlier? Because, we bring in our gross income's $118,000, our net's about $80,000.
Okay.
And so we're putting half of our monthly income towards the student debt, which is about $3,000. We've cut out a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
And even doing that, it's going to take 24 months to fully pay this off.
Good. Good.
And then, after that 24 months, we won't have any money for a down payment yet. So we'll have to go another full year.
Yep.
And, 3 years in a single-bedroom apartment is just kind of, a very, very a feeling that doesn't feel too good.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering what your
how
thoughts
old are you?
I'm 20. I'll be 24 in a few days, and she's 25.
Okay. The 38-year-old version of you will be very happy with the 27-year-old version of you that saved up and was student loan debt free and then saved up and bought a house. It feels like crap now, but 3 years out of the scope of your life is not much. You're going to be fine. This is how people that are mature do things. Adults devise a plan and follow it. Children do what feels good. If you want to change rentals, that's fine, but don't buy a home until you get the student loan paid off. Why are you only taking home $80 if you make $120?
So we take home $80 because I'm saving for retirement. I have a
Stop.
It's the number. Stop. I mean,
stop.
It's the. Oh, okay. All right.
Listen. Here's the thing. You're trying to do 3 or 4 things at one time. You're in a hurry, okay? And what we've found after 30 years of teaching people how to handle money, the people that win with money focus on one thing and kill it. Then they move to the next thing and kill it. Then they move to the next thing and kill it. And that's the ones that win. When you try to do 6 things at once, it ends up nothing gets done because all of your mathematical power gets diluted. I also suspect that you've probably over withholding. I think you got too much coming out of your check for taxes.
I personally, I think I might. I think I come out at about a little bit more too much withholding it, and she comes a little bit under. But because I make more, I think it does wind up. We do get a pretty sizable tax refund every year.
A sizable tax refund means you're over withholding.
Okay.
That's the definition of it.
Up one more allowance on that? Okay.
Well, no, more than that. What was your tax refund?
Okay. Well, my tax refund last year was about $5,000, but I had a pretty good few credits to go along with it. And because I was single for most of the year and then got married at the end, I was able to claim married for the whole year. So that had a pretty good tax refund there.
Okay. So what you may want to do, because everything's new in your tax situation, because now you're married and you have the combined income and you'll be doing married filing jointly, you may want to sit down with a tax pro and actually calculate what your taxes will be for 18, and let's adjust your withholding to that amount. I think you're over withholding in excess of $5,000 is what I think I'm hearing.
Okay.
As a couple, a couple right now. Okay.
Right.
And so, because 118 should not be 80 take-home pay, even with a 401k deduction.
Right.
It's too far down. That's the math I'm doing, and done this a couple times. So, anyway, that's. I think what we're going to do is bring home another $20,000 a year with this discussion you and I are having.
Okay. Well, that'll change things a lot.
Yeah, there we go. See, and
right.
because we're 100% focusing on kicking Sally Mae's butt. There's not room for that woman in a one-bedroom apartment. She's got to go. Okay.
You better believe it. Okay.
And we're going to knock her butt in the street. She gets her eviction notice because I want you out of that apartment as bad as you want out of that apartment. Then we're going to build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, maybe $15,000 in your case, just for rainy days. Then you save up your down payment. And you're going to do all of that in under 36 months, but I don't know how far under. It's probably going to be between 24 and 36 months. Then when you buy a home, you got no payments in the world. You got $15,000 in the bank when you move in, and Murphy will not move in your spare bedroom. If you buy a home while you're broke, all crap is going to break loose. Everything that can go wrong will. Your life will look like a country song. You are inviting trouble. And that's how life works, man. It is. When you're broke, you invite trouble. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Absolutely. I've seen it a few times already. I'm young, but I've seen it. So.
Yeah, I think you're a sharp dude, man. What do you do for a living?
I am a software developer.
Ah, okay. I thought you had a good mind. You got good critical thinking skills talking to you. So, good.
Thank you, Dave.
Good job, man. So, hang on. I'm going to send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover, which is going to walk you through why I did what I did here. And it gives you more than a radio answer. And since you're a software developer, you'll see the flow chart. You'll see the process that I'm doing. When you see the whole thing in a holistic sense, then it'll click and you'll go, oh, okay, he's not as crazy as I thought he was, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate it.
Hang on. Kelly will pick up. We'll send you the Total Money Makeover.